What if I just want to stay an E4 and never become a sergeant in the United States Army? Well, there's gonna be some challenges because essentially there is an expiration time limit on how long you can be an E4 before you either have to get promoted or you have to get out of the Army. I get it. There's probably some individuals that would rather just stay a lower enlisted soldier to be able to get that hands-on experience with maybe a job that they're really interested in, because usually E4 and below are the individuals that are doing more of the hands-on stuff, and then E5 and above is more of a supervisor role with maybe a little bit of hands-on here and there, but essentially they're the ones that are more responsible for things, have to be more of a leader and more of a supervisor. So if you're someone that would just rather just not have to worry about, the leadership responsibility, the, supervisor responsibility type of thing of being a sergeant, you'd rather stay an E4, it's gonna be challenging mainly on active duty. If you're in the Reserves National Guard, a little bit easier to kind of get away with it, but nonetheless, there is what's called RCP, which is kind of like that expiration time limit. If you are a specialist, you're an E4, you are not promotable, meaning you have not gone to the promotion board and you have not gone to NCO Academy, then that limit is 8 years. Once you get to that 8-year mark, and if you're not a promotable E4, then they're gonna basically give you an ultimatum. Hey, either you got to get promoted, you got to go to the board, so you can extend that a little bit longer, or you're gonna have to get out of the Army. So 8 years if you're not promotable. If you are promotable, maybe you did go to the promotion board, maybe they forced you to go to the promotion board, because sometimes the Army, really try to push people to become leaders because they don't want you to stay stagnant. They want you to excel. They want you to move up in the ranks and everything. So if you do end up going to the promotion board to become promotable, then you have a little bit longer, which is 10 years. 10 years, they're now going to give you that ultimatum of, hey, you've been in the Army now for 10 years, you are promotable, you either got to get promoted to E5 or you got to get out of the Army. So that's 8 years and 10 years on active duty. Because of how it works on the Reserves National Guard side, with having to have slots and all sorts of other things, it's a little bit more lenient, so you can easily see people that have been in the Army for 15 years or whatever and still in E4 because of how it works on the Reserves National Guard. But on active duty, they got the 8 years if you're not promotable, 10 years if you are promotable, where you're eventually gonna have to move up to become a sergeant, or you're just gonna have to get out of the Army. There is no such thing as retiring as an E4. I mean, there's possibly a way where you could possibly have worked your way up through the ranks, got busted down, and then forced to retire, but nonetheless, you're not just gonna be able to stay as an E4 for 20 plus years and retire. It's just not how it works in the Army. So there you go, that's your What If Wednesday. If you wanna learn a little bit more about ranks, well then you should probably check out this video right here. I highly recommend it. Learn more about ranks, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm Christopher Chaos. I'll see you next time. See ya.